This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and show the problems that I'm working on, that we'll be working on today. So for part one, we're just gonna calculate sales. We're gonna make it so the user can enter a product number between 1 and 5, and each of these product numbers are associated with this specific cost. And then so basically in the program, after they choose a product number, they can also give a quantity, and we're going to multiply the quantity times the price. And that'll give us like how much that they have to pay for their order. And then we're going to do a running total for how much all the sales are worth. Okay, and now I'm going to share the screen to IntelliJ, the integrated development environment. This is part one. Um, so the code is already written. This is what it looks like. And I'll explain it from here. So the class is calc sales. I started by initiating values inside of the main method. So this is a variable for retail value, and then total retail value. And then so retail value is just going to be the price. I believe that's like, it's going to be the quantity. I set it up an equation for how we're going to get it down here. Retail value is the quantity times the price right here, here, here. It's the same price as it was on the previous screen. And if, all right, so when the program starts with like a scanner, so this is allowing for input, and we set product number to 0 just to create a to initialize it, and then here, if the product number, basically, if this was supposed to be like a sentinel value, and so if they give us a product number that is not between 0 and 5, is going to give, say, invalid, and it'll give them opportunity to redo it to like get more input, and we'll try that out as well. And so if they enter a product number between 1 and 5, they'll have the option to um, input the product number and then the quantity afterwards. And then it goes into this switch statement. And these cases will be based off of the product number that they chose. And if they input -1, it will quit. Like the whole program will quit. Okay. And then, so if they choose product 1, and then they will give a quantity, and then it'll multiply the product price times the quantity, and it'll give us that will give us this retail value, and then this retail value is added to the total retail value, and then this each case has a print statement inside of it, so it basically it tells this, it just makes it look nice. I tried to make it look nice. I could have like probably put it on separate lines or whatever, but it'll just say price per unit for the product, and then it'll say the product number. So price per unit for product 1 is $2.98. And if you get this many units, so it'll give a number right here. So 5 units will cost, and then it'll give the value of um, the cost times the quantity. And this right here, I had to do it was a floating point number just in case. I assigned all these to be able to accept floating point numbers and with the precision of 2 decimal points, because when I was trying it, the decimal might have went like really far, and that's not really how money works. So that's why I did that. And also put the dollar sign in before that, and it'll just print out in front of this number. So let's see how it works. Press start. It says enter a product number between 1 and 5. 2. Enter quantity or -1 to quit. We'll say 44. All right. The price per unit for product 2 is $4.50. 44 units will cost $198. That sounds about right. So like 5 times 45 probably be, I guess that would probably be around 200. So that I believe that's correct. I've tried this on the calculator before, and it always came out right. So it says enter a new product number between 1 or 5, and I'll say 7, and now enter a quantity or -1 to quit. So I'm gonna say 5, and that says invalid product number, so you have to try again. So now enter a product number between 1 and 5, and I'll say 3. Now enter a quantity or -1 to quit. Um, quantity could be 8. All right, the price per unit for 3 is $9.98. 8 units will cost $277.84. The total retail sales value is $478.84. And so I could have put here, I could have said, what's it called? Uh, 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 it's like a rolling value or whatever. This is just, this is this price added to the previous. This is 277.84 added to 198. So it's continuous. It's like it's adding all the values that are being, it's adding all the sums to it. It's a running total, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen again to the next program. Oh, and I'm gonna it says enter new product value between one of the, I'm gonna say 3, or -1 to quit. I'm gonna say -1. -1. Okay, it finally quit. Um, I think I could probably fix this. It was working before. In case of -1, break for product number. So it started off. Right, this is all right. So I put it in for quantity, so that makes sense. But enter new product number. Okay, so I guess it just depends on where the statement comes. I think the enter quantity comes before the case statement, so that's why it's like that. I could probably rearrange some things to change it, but it is working. Not perfect, but it is working. And I'm gonna share my screen to something else really quickly. Account savings and checking. So in this program, we're going to be accepting an account number followed by the account type. And for account type, they either choose um, S for credit, S for savings, and C for credit. And it can be capital or lowercase s. And there's going to be a service charge of $10 for savings accounts that are under um, the minimum balance, and $25 for checking accounts under the minimum balance. And so we'll allow people to input their bank account number followed by the type, and then also the limit and how much, like I guess the minimum balance. They'll be able to input that as well. And this just shows the instructions for how algorithm is savings accounts receive 4% interest. Checkings accounts with balances up to 5,000 or more, and 5,000 more than the minimum balance, receive 3% interest. Otherwise, the interest is 5%. So if it's above 5,000 plus the minimum amount, it'll receive this 5%. And so we're gonna print out like the original value of the original balance and then the new balance. I have two variables. So I'm gonna share the screen to this next program. It's part 2. And this is what the program looks like. Do this right here. Okay, so started off by importing a scanner so that we can take in inputs into the program. Static lowercase. Oh, so this I'll show you talk about more in a little bit. This had to be imported to be able to use the method to get the lowercase letters, like assign lowercase letters, and that's this one right. Should be around here to this one right here. To lowercase. So whatever input that we receive is going to go to lowercase. So we start by start assigning a variable to the scanner, sending an output message to be able to like prompt people to input something, enter savings minimum balance, and then this next double. So the next large number that goes in here, or number in general, it can be a decimal point number. It'll be assigned. It'll be assigned to this variable savings minimum balance, and then the next prompt is enter checking minimum balance, and it's assigned to this variable, this double variable, type double variable, input next value. I assigned count to equal 1. Um, so, and then that goes with this next statement. How many times would you like to run this program? It starts at 1, and then between 1 and the time that they say 1 and equal to that time, that's how many times it'll run. And then we're going to increment count so that the loop continues to keep going until the max value is reached. The max value is what is going to come. It'll be this variable right here that'll be input right after the statement about how many times you want to run the program. And so in the while loop we have, and so the while loop just allows this program to continue to run. And the system out, enter an account number. Yeah, that this is a variable that's going to be assigned to this input for account number, and then the system out print, enter account type, S for savings and C for checkings. So because it's only one letter, we're going to use a character type, and account type is a variable that we're assigning it to. And so the next character, we're going to assign it to account type, and we're going to make it lowercase. We're going to make this variable lowercase, whatever goes into this whatever character goes into it. If account type is S, like a lowercase s, like after it, if it's lowercase or uppercase, it's going to end up being lowercase. Enter. Then we're going to be prompt the user to enter the savings account balance, and then from there, uh, uh, enter savings account balance. And if the savings account balance is smaller than the minimum balance which we got from up here, then we're gonna do some subtraction. We're just gonna do those equations, and so then savings account balance minus 10, new savings account balance is equal to new savings account balance plus savings accounts balance minus 10. So that's one way to do an assignment with addition. And and also if the savings account balance is higher than the minimum balance, that then we'll do the addition. We'll do this by addition, but you can also do subtraction if necessary or multiplication. And we're multiplying the savings account balance to times 1.04. That's just because if it was savings account balance times 0.04, it would give us the interest, but you have to add it to this to get the new one. And so that's why we had the one right here. And then original savings balance, and this is just the output. I tried to make it user friendly and easy to recognize. And I will show you how this runs. It's the same thing for checking as well. All right. It says enter savings account, savings minimum balance. I'll say, I think it should be like 50 maybe. Checking minimum balance 25. How many times would you like to run this program? Say 5. Account number 222234. That's how. Account type capital S. Enter savings accounts balance. I'm gonna say it's 15. And now it says original savings account balance is 15. The new savings account balance is 5. So it subtracted it subtracted the $10. And I'll show you, or not, enter account number. So it's prompting us to like keep going. So I'm gonna say 3333. S for savings or C for checking. I'm gonna say C. The checking balance, I'm gonna say 10. The original is 10, and then new checking balance is minus 15. So we see that both of those work properly. Both of those errors, both of those exceptions worked properly. And so then I'll do another one, 4444, and lowercase s count balance, count balance 500, and so it multiplied it by whatever percentage it is, probably 1.04 for 4%. And I'm gonna quit here because I'm kind of running out of time, but well, I could keep going. Enter account number. Uh, I ran out of time last time I did this, so I want to keep going, but the problem, it does work. Okay, I'll just keep going. Enter account number 666. See. And it exited. And so yeah, it only did it 5 times. And so I'm gonna share the screen again, share something else. Part 3, parking charges. So for this, we're just gonna collect charges from customers or whatever, do pay, or do accounting program for each car up to, for the first 3 hours, there's a $2 minimum fee. After after 3 hours, there's gonna be an additional 50 cents per hour. And then in any given 24-hour period, the maximum that can be charged is $10. And we're gonna assume that nobody's parking over 24 over like that course more than a day. And we're gonna enter the hours parked for each customer, and we're going to do a running total, I believe, for the whole day's whole receipts. All right, sharing the next screen. So something else. All right, and this is what the program looks like. And that's actually pretty simple. So main, so just the main method. We imported the scanner so we can take inputs. Um, double, because it didn't have to be a double. This could have probably not necessarily. Maybe I guess this probably could have been an integer or double. And something is sometimes it's a float. Parking charges. It just depends. I wanted. I just did double just to like just to be able to accept a lot of different things, and in a way we can do like half charges too. But this I could have made the hours double as well to do half charges actually. But I just know that some in some of the different like ways that this can happen is gonna make a number that could be have a decimal point in it. So I chose to do the totals and like the calculations using double, but taking the the hours and the count of the this. So count is really like how many is like the number of cars, and then hours is how many hours that each car stayed. I did a this right here, all capitals. These all capitals. These are constants, and so there's a constant value for the minimum fee and a constant hourly cost. And I did a while loop. So while the hours is not -1, so people will be able to input hours, and if as long as they don't put -1 for hours, this loop will continue. So for vehicle so this in the first print statement for vehicle, and it's going to start with 1 because count is initiated to 1. Enter the amount of hours parked, and then we're going to increment count so that this loop will keep going until, and it'll just keep going until somebody enters -1. So input hours next, and then it'll go down into this if statement, and if hours is or this if statement, this else if statement, or this else if statement, depending on the value. So if the number value is less than or equal to 3, this print statement will execute. If it is greater than 3 and less than or equal to 24 hours, this statement um will will go through, and then after anything after greater than 24 hours, there's going to be an error handling and say invalid input, and the count will go back to the same the same previous one. Like it won't just keep adding onto it. So that was good. And then at the end, it's gonna just print out the total parking charges. Yeah. So I'll show you. I think I should just show you how it works now. Press start. For vehicle 1, enter hours parked or enter -1 to exit. I'm gonna say 4. The fee is $4 for 4 hours. Running total is 4. And I could and so where I say running total, I'm gonna put a $sign here, and I'm gonna restart it. Stop and rerun. Um, uh, say 5. For fee is 4.50 for 5 hours. Running total is 4.5 for $4.50. Say 8. Is $6, and so the $6 plus the 4.50 equals 10.50. $2 for, oh no, 2 hours. The fee is, it shouldn't be $8. So $6 for fee is $8 for 2 hours. Running total is 18. Fee is for 2 hours. Out as long as hours are less than equal to parking charges plus parking charges is plus equal to minimum fee. See, I think that'll correct that. I'll try that again. So fee is 450. This looks right. 7 times. Okay. Running total fee for 4.5 hours. Fee is 450 for 5 hours. All right, yeah, I think I corrected that. Um, So just one more. So two running fee is $2 for 2 hours. Yeah, that's what I needed. All right. And then I'm gonna say just to show it should cap it at 10 if $10, even if it is like 18. The fee is $11 for 18 hours. Um let's make sure I'm looking to see. Okay. So we need the fee to be a maximum of $10. So um count equals. So if it's in between here, count so this is the count hours and the equation that we're doing for total parking charges is max. I'm gonna say I can do a final double max fee equals 10. And I'm gonna copy this. So if hours are greater than this, we're gonna do that if hours are greater than 3 and hours are less than 24, parking charges are equals 2 plus this. Else if I need to do another else if here, fee is parking charges. Hours greater than 24. I'm gonna say hours greater than. So this was at 18 hours, so it should be about 16 hours. At 16 hours, so if hours is greater than 16, if hours greater than if if hours are greater than and equal to and less than equal to less than equal to 16 or less than 16, we'll do that, and then we'll do another else if hours are equal to greater than equal to 16, parking charges equals max fee, and then I will print out parking charges equals max fee, and then system printout. We need to do the running total too, probably. Count equals count minus 1 total parking charge. Okay, I think that is good. Stop and rerun. So two is running totals 2, 3. 3 hours running total is 4. It's $2 fee for 3 hours. And then I'll say 17. The running total is 14. Enter hours parked for car 3 and I said 17. It says the running total is 14. 17. The running total is 24. Okay, so I need to do the parking fee too. This amount. The fee is running total count. Max fee. Try it again. So for one, $2, 5, $4.50. That 8.19. It's $10 fee. That's good. 20, $10 fee. 25. It says the fee is $25. It's still $10. But I wanted to exit. Oh, I think we needed to exit too. So if hours is greater than 24, and so greater than 15, 16, and hours less than 24. Less than or equal to. That's it. That's it. So 1, 2, 5, 17, just even 10, 25. Invalid input must be less than 25 hours. I'm going to say -1. Okay, that's it. That's it.